Hey everyone, I'm 64 here, and today we are here on the new playthrough called Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. It's been a long while since the first Riders game, and you best believe, we are here to embark on a new journey through the elements of space. A la gravity. Oh yeah, I gotta change that to GameCube now. Normally, I would be playing this with just the Wii Remote. It's usually what I usually play when I first had the game, but a lot of things have changed since then, and of course I'm playing this on emulator, so this is going to change. But what's different is that while we are playing Zero Gravity, it's not quite this version we're playing. No. What we're doing is that we are going to be playing this through the Regravitified mod. Now, there are a lot of important changes that come into playing with this mod versus the original game, which I will be going more into detail of through the playthrough. But right now, if you're familiar with the first game's playthrough, this entire video is going to be on the hero's stories cutscenes, including the cutscenes. Then you're going to have Babylon's story, which includes his cutscenes. And then every video after that is going to be covering all the missions at their highest tier. This one will be no different. Oh yeah, so you could probably already see this, but you can actually select what songs you want to play on this. For the sake of the playthrough, however, just for the continuity of the story, I'm only going to be focusing on all of the default songs in the game. I do apologize, but once we get to the extra parts, we're going to have a blast with this, as well as the original version of the game, just to show a compare and contrast.
Robots made by the leading security company, Mediotech, are no longer responding to commands and are running amok all over the world. The International Security Organization, GUN, has begun to investigate the event. Mediotech has not yet issued a formal
Is this the meteor that fell last night?
Yeah, the sound of the impact woke me from my sleep, and I found it outside. We'll be at Megalo Station shortly. What should we do, Sonic?
That elevator!
What's up with them?
Are they the ones from the news?
Watch out!
Alright, let's begin. So, as you may recall, this being a sequel to the first game, the whole general scheme of this game is just to race and get to the finish. Of course, being first in the process. Now, with Regravitified, the main difference with this version is that you're going a heck of a lot faster. It doesn't look it right now, but trust me, when you look at this and when we look at the original, you're gonna notice the difference right away. But before we even get to all the changes with Regravitified, let's talk about the main game here. So, this game is pretty much essentially a big departure from what, or mechanically speaking, a departure from what the first game had in store for us. Because here, we now have things called gear changes, the ability to do things like grinding, right, using air rings, or they're called air dashes, but air rings, and hitting obstacles on this stuff are all locked to the gear changes, at least in the original version. Like right here, you can't grind on this unless you unlock that gear change, and the ability to make some tight tight corners is now restricted to using the gravity control mechanic. Like, you could try to make a turn ahead of time, but to make that huge adjustment just to avoid using gravity control, not exactly a good speak for the implementation of this game's mechanics. But so that's just one implementation. Gravity control allows you to have access to shortcuts, but gravity dive allows you to speed through an entire section of what is mostly nothing here. That is not a good sound. And of course, gravity control uses to cut these corners again. Now, that's all the stuff we got for the main game. Like, there's stuff like the air ride, yacht, bikes, wheels, those different vehicle types, even skates. A big expansion compared to the first game, where we only had stuff like bikes and skates, and of course magic flying carpets. But the big thing about this is that it's all about the gravity as opposed to about the speed, which for many people, I can tell you, we're not a fan of it. And for the sake of playthroughs, I myself also wasn't too big a fan of this. So next, when we get to the other course, we're going to talk about why Regravitified refines all of that.
They don't give a guy a break, huh?
We can't just stand around here.
Right. Whoa!
Guess who?
Amy? What are you doing here?
Fated lovers are always drawn together, silly.
Amy?
Okay, you got me. I was running away from those robots. I was so scared.
Hey!
What's that? The cause of all my troubles. I picked it up and those stupid robots came after me. So that's it. Those things must be after this stone.
I guess that settles it then. The key to solving this mystery is Mediotech.
Hey, Sonic, we got company.
Okay, here we go!
I'll do my best.
Okay, so now that we've talked about a good chunk of what this game has to offer in the base, Now Regravitified. As I've already mentioned, Regravitified does make things a lot faster. I don't mean just with speed, I mean with turning, with acceleration, with off-roading. Just about so much has been changed. Like even this right here. As I mentioned with the base game, you have to use the air ride version of this gear just to be able to even use the shortcut. But they've changed it, so now it's back to like the original, where you only need to select that type of character, like Tails flies as a default. Sonic uses like grinds on the rails as a default. I don't know why I cannot speak today. And of course, Knuckles has the ability to just blaze through obstacles in his path. Another change is that now they added boosting all of the attack mode in this game. The attack mode is basically a catch-up means. Like in their base game, it's actually used as a means of catching up if you're far behind. The only exception to that being a particular gear, which I will cover in the extra part. But basically speaking, when you're in this attack mode, on top of the huge boost of speed, you get to sort of be on the ground for that. Oops. Still trying to get used to using the freaking GameCube controls. But other than that, in Regravitified, they make it so it's just a standard boost. Standard level 1 boost if we're to compare it to the original Riders, mind you. But honestly, that's still a recommendation over using the gravity dive unless you're behind and you really need to catch up with gravity points. Or at least I think that's the case. And what you just saw earlier is the drift, which the drift does exist in the base game, but only the wheel type vehicles can allow you to do drifts. I don't know why they made it like that, but that's just kind of how it is. But with Regravitified, all you gotta do is just press, I believe on the GameCube controller, it's X, and then you'll be able to do it no problem. If you hold it long enough, you can actually get a boost of speed too. But I believe the original philosophy of Regravitified, like the main reason why this mod is made, is not just for the sake of making it faster. It's because, believe it or not, minus the obvious additions that were made on the mod, the Wii Remote actually had an advantage of being able to do a lot of what the turning in the game can do versus the GameCube controller, which was restricted. Like, you're able to be far more precise with it on the Wii Remote than you were on the GameCube, which, of course, if you were to try playing that game competitively, has some broken shortcuts you can take that just would leave GameCube on the dust. It wouldn't be fair in that regard. But with all that being said, there's still a little bit more that I haven't even talked about yet with Regravitified. But we're gonna get to that.
Looks like we'll need to watch our step.
Dang!
Look out! What? That's...
It's been a while, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Jet?
Long time no see, Shorty. Wait!
We're here to settle the score from last time. Anytime, Babylon rogues.
Cut it out, Storm. All right, Kirby. Hand over the Ark of the Cosmos.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. Not after swiping the Ark of the Cosmos right out of our hands.
Hey, hold up a minute. Girls hate guys who rush them, Jet.
Rush? Ha! I'm the fastest thing in the universe, and today I'm gonna prove it. Ha!
Sonic! Sonic! We can't stay here!
Looks like we'll have to do the reunion later. See ya, Jet. Hey, wait!
Don't get in my way!
Alright, so now on this course, I actually can show off a little bit more about the shortcuts you can use with the graphic control. So, first and foremost, because we're using a power type, we're going to be using entirely different shortcuts here. And by shortcuts, I just mean the ability to just run into them. Like, it actually looks kind of funny looking at it like this. Because, you know, there is technically no real animation for them to do it on the board. But anyway, so on the base game, if you want to access a shortcut, you have to use gravity control for it. And the best part is, about using gravity control on those shortcuts, is that when you do land, you do actually get gravity points back, which is actually really nice. There's a course that doesn't do this, and it's actually still taking me to this day. Well, we will not be talking about that until we get there. Now, another thing about Regravitified I haven't talked about though, is that with the gear changes I've mentioned, you can actually make enhancements on your board. With the Z button on the game controller, you can actually just change which gear change you want to initiate. You can't do this in the original, and it's only based on like what order it is. The best comparison I can make of this is that think the base game's ability to change gears as Sonic Adventure 2's treasure tracker, whereas Regravitified puts it back as Sonic Adventure 1's version, where you can do it at any given time. It's not the best comparison, but it's the only one I got, alright? The point is that I would much rather be using this, where I can just control which one I want to unlock right at the gate, versus having to wait until I get a specific rings, skip the one I want, skip the one I don't want, then go back to the one I didn't want earlier and get that gear change. Okay, that was just weird. Now, because of the fact that you can boost, the fact that you can drift and make yourself a lot faster in a lot of areas, there aren't really that many instances I would recommend using the attack shortcut. Unless you're like very close, and even then, I feel like just because you can do all this stuff now, the difference is no longer big enough to warrant using the attack shortcuts. I feel like you'd only want to use it in case someone's catching right up behind you and you want to waste their gravity points. But I haven't even talked about the people who made this yet. So, as you may have saw in the beginning, there was a Discord icon that shows the Extreme Gear Labs. This is the team that actually made this mod. Not just this mod, but also Sonic Riders Tournament Edition, TE, all the graphic packs that you can use for this on the emulator. Of course, I'm on emulator. If it would, with all these issues, of course I have to be on emulator. But the point is, they made such a remarkable mod, and because I do want to honor their downloading system, a link to their website, which gives you every information about every mod they've worked on, will be in the description right at the top. You should be able to see the website link right at the top. But we're going to continue with the story on this, and I really do hope you guys check out the Extreme Gear Labs' works. They have been cooking, and they still are. They still are.
You can use that power too?
Pretty handy, really.
Engage EM algorithm. Maximum value. access mother computer. Mother computer access denied.
Why? What's this racket, and now of all times? Huh?
What went flying just now?
Do I look like a ball to you?
Eggman, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? I own this company! Ha 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 ha!
What? So you're the ringleader behind this one too, Eggman?
Ringleader? What the devil are you babbling about?
Come on, cut the act. I'm talking about the global robot rampage.
You must be joking. That's been quite a headache for me as well.
Like we'll believe anything you say.
Calm down! We go way back, don't we? I'll let you in on something. Not even I know why they've gone amok, but they appear to be following a leader.
A leader? Well, I guess for now we'll buy that Eggman isn't involved.
So maybe that has nothing to do with the robots that attacked us.
Where did you get that?
So you were holding out on us, Eggman?
Spill everything you know, now!
Very well, I'll tell you. All robot activity within my facility is normally controlled by the mother computer. As the core of the Meteotech network, it was supposed to be the perfect computer. But as of a few days ago, I've been unable to control it remotely. The power unit within the mother computer is a stone identical to the one you're holding. According to my analysis, that stone can convert huge amounts of mass energy into other forms of energy and exudes a unique magnetic field.
Huh?
Shut up and listen. In any case, it appears that somehow the robot's leader also contains a stone with similar powers to the one in the mother computer.
What?
If my deductions are correct, the robot's leader is using the world's robots in an attempt to collect these strange stones from around the globe.
But why do they need the stones?
That even I don't know.
They're drawn to one another.
What?
These aren't just some rocks. They're spoken of in Babylon clan legend as... Ah! That's right! Girl, give me back the Ark of the Cosmos!
Amy's gone. Storm's not here either.
Sounds like we've got a fix on the robot leader's location. Satellite monitor on!
Amy!
I'll do my best.
Okay. So this is the level with the shortcut. This right here, you cannot access this with any kind of tricks, no matter how well your timing is. It's decent if you're fighting people that don't know how to boost, you know, because they're programmed to use base game mechanics, not Regravitified. But it's just, oh my god. Like this one right here, you can access this just by using, you don't even have to use the traditional system that is in Regravitified, which I actually have not mentioned the trick system. So, in the base game, you have to just time pressing the jump button based on your speed and where you are on the ramp to get a good trick. But in Regravitified, they changed it back, of course, to the original version where you charge it, and once you charge it up enough, you still automatically get the X-Ring trick, but in this game, since it is still automatic, it's kind of just something that's hard-coded into the game. I don't think they can really change that without going out of their way to just remaking a game. And I mean fully remaking it, not just the mechanics. Ah, frick. I knew I was going to get hit. But yeah, that aside, they make it so it's actually very nice to be able to just get gravity points. Or if you just want to access a shortcut, you can just hold it long enough. So it is, if you're interested in the whole like intricate trick system that the original Riders has, Regravitified does not add that part back, but it does give you the ability to choose which rank you want to go to. Believe it or not, there are instances you don't want to focus entirely on just going for the X rank. That wasn't one of them, but that's just to give you an example. And of course, I forgot to even talk about this whole like schematic what we're doing here, because I'm in so much too busy ranting about that one section. So this whole thing is just a race between Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, just to race in order to get up to Amy. That's really it.
It took you long enough. What happened here? Don't ask me. First it comes flying at me full tilt, and then it just blows up.
It blew up?
Wait, does that mean...
What is it, Tails?
Sorry, I need to think it through a little more first.
Hey, where's that meathead store?
He grabbed something out of this robot and hightailed it out of here.
So does this mean the rampaging robots will all cool it?
I don't think it's that simple. If Eggman started all this by putting that stone in his mother computer, I don't think it'll stop until we remove it.
So where is that?
Wait, I remember Storm saying something weird about the thing he took from that robot matching something they found someplace else. Well, oh, where was it he said? Giga, something like that. Wait, Gigan!
The Gigan Rocks.
Right, what you said.
You know it, Knuckles?
It's a pretty famous ruin among us treasure hunters. A legend about shooting stars tells of some star shards sealed there that can grant your wishes.
Shooting stars! Sonic, let's head to the Gigan Rocks right away! We might find a clue about these stones.
Leave the directions to me. But they say the star shard is in a sacred chalice deep in the ruins, and getting there ain't easy. Nobody's made it back alive yet. We'll be risking our necks.
Yeah! Don't worry, that's nothing new.
Don't get in my way!
What in the world did they do to the Gigan Rocks? Oh god, this looks very different from what it looks like in the original. Oh my god, oh, no. Well, we gotta talk about this after we finish this course.
Don't get in my way!
Ah, I went too early, but that's okay, because you can just boost and make that up. And then I get that on top of that, bro. But yes, this level is actually very good in being able to show off what you can do with gravity. Both gravity dive and gravity control. Now, because for some reason, I honestly think this level is literally built just for power. In this case, Knuckles, because like there are way too many aspects where power gets a clear advantage versus the rest. Actually, I think this is like the only time I could think of where you would actually prefer to use Gravity Dive over Boost. Because it's such a long hallway and you're having to burn up so much of your GP to boost. I don't think it's worth it. But, oh my god, what is all this? I'm trying to figure out what all this crap is. Like, they just kind of threw up all over this one. I don't mean that in an insulting way of like barf or anything. I mean like, they just kind of put up an idea and they literally threw it up in the air and see which one would stick. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that it's supposed to be an ancient stage, I think this would have looked absolutely sick. Cause like, look at all the elements. Because they even have to change up some of these elements here, just to make it fit. Oh, by the way, if you reach the end with doing a meteor burst, that trick you do, which is an automatic X, you don't get to claim any of that. It's like you're not getting that for free. But no, the level design aside, I'm gonna be honest. After hearing them now, I'd see why so many people miss Jason Griffith's Sonic. It's actually insane. Would I still prefer him back after all this time with Rutherford Smith? Probably not. But I think most people know that my own preferences end up going to Ryan Drummond, if anything. But I'm not trying to start that on this video of all things. I'm just saying, it is nice to hear Jason Griffith going out of the Sonic again in something other than Unleashed. Hold on, let me see what it looks like over here. Yeah, they even changed up the mountains to look so digital. I'm not gonna say vaporwave, but just digital. It looks so off to me because like I'm gonna show you guys a snippet of what this course looks like in the original. And then this is what it looks like right now. Like, it looks high quality. Don't get the wrong. I really want to stress out that this all looks high quality for what they try to put in this course. It's just that because it's still an ancient level, like an ancient based level, I feel like there's some things that they still are trying to iron out with this stage that makes it otherwise look kind of like there's two clashing ideologies here. I have to see what the Babylon version of this looks like, but it, this one definitely threw me by a surprise.
Was there an earthquake in here?
It's gone!
What's wrong, Knuckles?
The legends say the star shard is supposed to be in this chalice. Did it roll off somewhere in the quake?
Hey, Tails, what's up with this painting?
The Divine Wings. Divine Wings? Yes, the legendary bird that the gods rode through the heavens. Knuckles, see if you can read this inscription.
The Divine Wings, straddler of stars, lose their plumes to the dark and fall to the ground. The plumes become as stars returning to this land. We, the children of Babylon...
Babylon?
What connection do they have with these stones?
We still don't know that. But could the stones those robots are after be the plumes written about here? The Divine Wings, straddler of stars. Could they be power units used to operate some starship?
So this Divine Wings thing is...
Right. on guard.
Jet! Eggman!
Knuckles, what does the rest of the inscription say?
Huh? Oh, right. We, the children of Babylon, seal one star here and another within the Great Scar, formed in heaven's fall, until the time of the divine wings rising.
The Great Scar?
Wait, there's more. The Great Scar, lying in the east among earth stained red by the dawn's light.
Eggman and Jet were headed east. The Great Scar must be the crater formed when the meteorite struck ground. That must be where Eggman found the plume.
Which means the mother computer...
Is probably waiting there too.
All right, time to go catch up! Huh?
Ha! Took you long enough.
Where's Eggman?
They call it the Crimson Tower. It's Meteotech's signal tower. Commands sent out here relay through facilities across the world to control the robots. In other words, you're looking at Meteotech's brain.
That think Eggman nabbed the arcs of the cosmos we've gotten and ran in there.
What's he after this time?
He's probably planning to use the stone's power to issue an order to all the world's robots from this tower. Sooner or later, he was planning to set the robots rampaging. That was probably his reason for forming Meteotech in the first place.
The Eggman Land project again, huh? He never gives up, does he? Well, looks like we gotta storm the place.
Hold on, huh? You think I was just sitting around here twiddling my thumbs? Sonic the Hedgehog?
I follow you. Sorry to keep you waiting.
First one to nab Eggman gets all of the arcs of the cosmos. And the title of fastest creature in the universe.
Huh, sounds like fun to me.
Let's get started. All right, bring it on.
And welcome to the final section of the hero story. And may I add, this is the only part of the entire game where a race is actually supposed to be a race. Like, again, only in the story, because like the whole thing was obviously a race. Now, this level, it's actually a little difficult to really get areas where you can do all these drifts. This is the only level that I can think of that fully justifies being able to use gravity control. Unless you're really trying to flex how well you can do the drifts. I don't know, it's just like, this is the only one I could think of where you actually have real use of the gravity control. Versus some of the other levels where you can just drift now. Thanks to Regravitified, of course. But yes, this is now an actual race versus the Babylon Rogues. There is a World Grand Prix in the game. Like via the Grand Prix mode, of course. But the game doesn't really acknowledge this until you get to the very end, which... I don't want to spoil anything here. Yeah, this is much more like it. Like you could just, I don't know if you can actually feel it or not, but this is the kind of speed I've been wanting for a game like this that's about using gravity and it being Sonic Riders. I really wish this is something at least a little bit more like what we got from the base game. Like, not a whole department of mechanics, but rather just, you know, it feels more like an addition rather than something that's replacing. And in case you haven't been even wondering, when it comes to using gravity control on vertical sections of the main level, you not only still gain the GP off of it, but the boost you get from this is insanely huge. Like, I'm already about to catch up on whoever is in 8th place here. Ooh, that was a bad timing. That's Amy? Oh no. But yes, this is what I've been feeling like was supposed to be what Sonic Riders Zero Gravity is supposed to be like. Essentially a balance of speed and the gravity right here. Ah, I didn't mean to cancel like that. Oh, okay, I got one more. I got one more left in me. Okay.
Sweet.
So, that's it. That's the Heroes campaign for the most part. We still gotta play the actual cutscene and everything.
So this is the master unit.
System error detected. All commands cancelled.
My Eggman land plans are in ruins after all these years.
Deal with it, Eggman. You're through. Huh?
A trap! What have you done, Eggman?
Look! Babylon Garden.
The resonance from all 5 power units must have called it down.
Then the legends were right.
Here.
Hey, we haven't settled anything yet. Turning tail and running away, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Running away? Who do you think I am? I'll be waiting. See you at the World Grand Prix.
Sega.
I love that credit sequence. It's absolutely amazing. But with that being said, in the next part, once I do a couple more testings and everything here, we'll be going over the Babylon story. Until then, this is Artorias Support Sign. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay insane, stay natural fuel, stay tuned to your stereo alive, and of course, as always, stay on the gravity. And most especially, stay wow!